disappeared off the planet for about 3 or 4 weeks, and very excited to get back on here and do another video. I'm gonna do an update video of kind of what's been going on with me for the last few weeks and how carnivore has affected that, and then also an update on intermittent fasting, which I had mentioned about a month ago that I was going to start trying. So if any of you are familiar with the 1031 exchange, I started doing, I had my money put in there about 4 weeks ago, about a month ago, maybe 5 weeks. 1031 exchange is when you sell an investment property and you have 45 days to identify another property. It's a tax benefit that the government gives you if you're selling one investment property and investing in another property. Anyways, long story short, you have 45 days to get under contract with another property. And needless to say, the last 3 or 4 weeks have been extremely stressful. Exciting and stressful in a good way, but still stressful. So I haven't really gone to the gym like I usually do. I usually try to go 5 days a week at 5 in the morning, but I've just been living on Zillow basically for the last month. I could probably list every property for sale in my area at this point. But I did finally just get under contract a few days ago, and just with a week to spare, so all is good. But anyways, I wanted to talk about how carnivore has affected me through all of this stress. And I just want to say that I am so thankful that I eat a carnivore lifestyle, because, like I said, I have not been going to the gym as I usually do, and I could kind of feel, my muscles getting a little softer, my body getting less lean, and had I not been on carnivore, I feel like everything would have just went to crap. But because I eat carnivore, I was able to take this break from the gym. I mean, I still went a couple days a week. I think 1 week I didn't go at all, which I haven't done in a long time. But I'm so thankful that I have carnivore, because had I not, I would be eating, in the past when I would stop going to the gym, I would start eating like total crap, because I'm an all or nothing kind of mindset, like I'm sure a lot of you are. If I screw up one day, it's like, oh, well, what difference does it make? I've already screwed up. I might as well just eat whatever I want for the rest of the day. That's kind of how my mind always works. That is obviously something I'm trying to work on. But because I was able to stick with carnivore throughout all of this, and this is one reason why, this is my homemade beef jerky, but because I was able to stick with it, that cascade never happened. That cascade of, eating one small bad thing and then, I might as well just eat everything else. That didn't happen. So I was able to relax at the gym this last month and stick with my carnivore diet. I don't like calling it a diet, my carnivore way of eating. And I haven't gained a pound. It's just been amazing. So we are so lucky to have discovered this way of eating. And if you haven't started yet, you're about to be so lucky, because as carnivores, I'm sure like a lot of you, we walk around our community, our area, and we see people eating and shopping and behaving the way we used to eat and shop and behave. And I just think all the time, I am so lucky that I found this way of eating. It's impossible. It's physically impossible for me to, I guess unless something happened with my pancreas unrelated to diet, but it's impossible for me to get type 2 diabetes. I don't eat sugar. So just having that comfort that I don't have to worry about that is such a relief. And I'm just so thankful. And I really hope that you do your research, watch a ton of videos, listen to the doctors on YouTube, and I really hope that you give this a try, because through all of this stress that I've been through the last 4 weeks, Carnivore has just made it so much easier, and I'm just so thankful. So that's kind of where I've been for the last month. I'm hoping that I can be more consistent now. The property that I am under contract now, though, does need a complete overhaul with a contractor, so that will be a whole nother ball game. I'm sure some of the videos that I will be doing will be me while I'm staying there. It's in a different city. It's actually in a different state than where I live, so this should be interesting. I do work remotely, though, with my 9-to-5 job, so that's helpful. But Carnivore is going to come in handy because I can just make batches of my homemade jerky, and this jerky has so much fat on it. You can see that fat. So I could eat this every day, all day long, and I would be getting the nutrition that I need. I make sure I get the fattiest chuck roast that I can find at the store, and that's what I use to make my jerky. So I can just eat this and then maybe bring some boiled eggs when I go to the property for weeks at a time, because it doesn't have a kitchen yet. Very interesting. And I'm gonna be fine. So if you are in a situation where you're in a stressful situation, you're traveling, we could actually go on a vacation, bring this, and spend no money at restaurants. Granted, when you travel some places, you definitely want to experience the cuisine there, but if you're going on a trip that's, a lot of hiking, or you're not going there for the culture, you could eat this jerky every day, all day long, and get all the nutrition that you need. So, very lucky to have Carnivore. Now I wanted to talk about my last video. I think it was my last video. I was talking about trying intermittent fasting. Unfortunately for me, at this time, I felt like, and I was doing it very gradually, but I felt like as I was pushing back my breakfast, I was getting really, really hungry. I've been like this my whole life. I actually get nauseous, like I'm going to throw up when I don't eat. So I was starting to feel like that, just very hungry, very nauseous. I do lift weights at the gym. We wake up at 4:30, we get there at like 5, so I lift weights first thing in the morning. So for me, I just felt like it did not work, unfortunately, because I do really want to get to a point where I'm doing it for the autophagy, the healing, the immune system. But right now, I've decided I'm just going to, I'm at 6 months now, and I'm just going to continue just eating when I'm hungry, not eating when I'm full, use my bowel movements as a gauge, although now I don't even really need to do that now. I just kind of have an idea now of what works. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys have had similar experiences or different experiences with intermittent fasting. I will give it a try again, but I think right now, especially with everything going on with this property, I'm just not going to overcomplicate things for me. It would be easy if I could intermittent fast, because that's just less food I have to eat, but I'm just going to do it naturally, like my body, use my body cues. So when I get really busy, I forget to eat, so that'll be my intermittent fasting, but I'm not going to time it out and be super specific with it. So that's where I'm at with that, and I wanted to update on excuse me, I want to do a video on insulin resistance. As you guys probably know from my previous videos, I am a registered nurse. Health has always been a passion of mine. My first bachelor's degree was in community health, and I taught health at high school, and then my second degree was Bachelor of Nursing. So health has obviously always been a very big interest of mine, and diabetes specifically always interested me. I think it's so preventable, and that's just something I'm kind of passionate about. So I want to do kind of like a insulin resistance for dummies. Dummies as in, we're not dummies if we don't know what it means, but the book. So it's actually very complicated, but I think it's easily can be dumbed down to where it's easy to understand. So I want to do a video on that with a whole whiteboard and everything behind me, because I think doctors and just people in general on YouTube and everywhere just kind of throw around this term insulin resistance, but a lot of people don't know what that means. And if we completely understand what something means, we're more likely to fix it, or prevent it. So I'm going to be working on that, and I think that's it. All right, I'm going antique shopping right now to find furniture for this property that I just purchased, or I'm about to purchase. I'm under contract. So that's why I have my jerky, because it's going to be a long day, a long, fun day. Love antiques, and really trying to mix in the antiques with the modern look. It's going to be a short-term rental is what this property is going to be. So, all right, see you soon. Bye-bye.